Okay, we're going to do some nice big deep breaths as always to begin. And the breaths are going to connect us into our bodies, into our hearts, into our cells as we do nice big pulls in of the breath. Right through, expanding even the shoulders and the back and the belly, really pulling in that breath. Recognizing that breath is chi, chi is energy, as we invite that life force energy into our physical bodies. And it's like you're inviting life, joy, creation into the cells, into the lungs, filling yourself up on the joys of life with every beautiful breath. And as we breathe in, we're going to connect to the outer field. So even though we're connecting right through to the body now, so just feeling into the body and then taking your awareness to all the energy that's around you in the trees, in the plants, in the grasses, in the flow of maybe a nearby river, and allowing that energy with your breath to spiral in and around you, around your auric field and into your body. Like you're inviting the pure oxygenation, the vibration of that heavenly earth that just grows and flowers and has that beautiful vibe of just calm nature. And again, it doesn't struggle, it just grows, it just is, it just bees, it just allows that energy to flow through it, especially at this beautiful time of year that we're in now. And allowing that breath to connect you through to those blooming blossoms and even the bees that are buzzing through the trees. And we're going to relax the body as we come into that natural field. And even though you may be in your home or in your car, when you allow yourself to connect, it's like the walls of the car, the walls of the home almost disintegrate as you allow that natural essence to surround you no matter where you are. Connecting to it, that natural flow of that chi that vibrates from the plants. And we're going to allow it now to start igniting your flame, that eternal flame within your chest. Expanding and igniting the chest flame, larger, bigger, allowing it to surround the entire heart. And we're going to connect you up as we breathe, soften and relax, and allow the electrical current of your heart to ignite that flame and allow it to shoot up through the head, right throughout the crown, right through space, as we connect and merge with the source of all creation. And we're going to pause, we're going to feel, we're going to notice and sense into that source field. And it's like you can bring your full awareness to being outside of the source and then touch it, feel it, and allow yourself to merge with it. Like the electricity from your heart is growing roots into the source. And as you connect to that powerful, infinite consciousness, relax. And as you relax now, surrendering to the higher power of the pure frequency of source. And as you relax and surrender, you're going to allow your body to start allowing this frequency to integrate with the cells, with the flesh, as it pours down through the head, allowing the crown to open up only to the frequencies of your soul and only to the frequencies of pure creation itself. And as we allow the crown to open up only to those frequencies, we're going to allow that beautiful essence of allowing, surrendering, and feel it. You might even feel like a sigh of relief. You may even need to do another breath And allow that dropping of the muscles through the neck, through the shoulders, through the arms. This feeling of letting go as you allow that pure frequency to integrate through your flesh, deep down through into the heart. And we're going to allow the heart to pull this frequency in, and the beat of the heart to create more and more electricity as we etherize the blood, as we allow the blood to create a higher frequency of the wave of the heart through the circulating blood. Remembering the iron in the blood, that magnetic field of metal. Iron is magnetic. As it beats through your blood, the more you charge this frequency, the stronger your toroidal field, your auric field becomes, the more resilient you become to other people's energy, outside interference. Relax and allow, as you allow the heart to really etherize deeply into the blood, magnetizing those iron particles, those blood cells as they flow through every part of your body, as this strengthens your field, strengthens your flesh. And if there is any rips, any tears, any weak patches, relax even further now. Allow your consciousness to take the blood, take the etherization of that magnetic field that is your essence, your frequency, into any areas of your body that may feel dark, may feel stuck, where there's not as much flow. Breathe and allow the breath, the heart, to start spiraling that energy through different areas of your body. And allowing the breath itself to be like a pump. Huge, big lungs that pull in that air, again creating a flow, creating movement. Where there is movement, there is life, there is health, there is vitality, there is energy. Movement itself creates more energy, more frequency. Allow the calmness of the body, even the stillness of the body, to notice that there is no stillness at all. But there's a calm flow, like a gentle river, a strong beating heart in the chest that connects all the way through to every tiny cell, all the way down to the tips of the fingers, the tips of the toes. As you become ultra aware of your body, all the way down to the toenails, the fingernails, to the top of your hair, even your hair follicles. How aware of your body can you become? The more aware you become, the easier it is to notice any distortions. As you allow yourself to become ultra aware, even aware of your eyelashes, your skin, the hairs on the skin, how you can feel them touching the clothes, even your maybe socks or shoes or legs. That feeling of becoming ultra, ultra aware. And as we breathe now, we're going to allow this to go deeper as we notice every little individual cell. And we breathe into the communities of the cells, the community of the liver cells. How they all have the same function. As we breathe into the liver, you might want to take a deeper breath. Almost like the breath now, allowing that energy to go directly into the liver, a huge, big organ within your abdomen. And bring in the gratitude as we allow this flow of gratitude to come through. We're going to connect through down into the earth to allow deeper, deeper connection. And as you feel that beating of the heart, we're going to allow that flow to go down through the earth, down and through. And I want you to relax. And as you relax, it's like we go through layers of dimensional fields, like layers within the earth, but frequency layers or dimensional layers. And the more you relax, it's like this wave of frequency that you can pass through. And as you relax again, you can pass through into a deeper layer of frequency until it gets brighter and brighter and we hit the crystalline diamond white frequencies of the core of the earth. And then feel into the heaven on earth frequencies of life, which is so pure. It's almost like the frequency where it would be, everything would be in its perfect form. There would be no distortion. Everything would be symmetrical, be vibrating in perfect harmony. And as we allow yourself to relax, to match that harmony, it's almost like it's like a song or a vibration or a hum. And as you allow yourself to fall almost through the layers of frequency, connect yourself in and ground yourself into that higher frequency and breathe it up through you. Allow yourself even a little pause as you really feel, sense, integrate that frequency through your flesh as you ground yourself into that harmonious heaven on earth frequency where everything it touches, it creates a harmony, that perfect symmetry. Beautiful. And this vibrates through the flowers, through the leaves, when you see those perfect, beautiful shapes. And we're not even after perfection. It's just that harmony. Everything that vibrates in a certain frequency will be a certain shape, a certain form. There's never two that are exactly the same. And allow yourself to feel into the gratitude of that. It's almost like you're a leaf on a petal or a plant. So individual, yet so the same. Pull in that frequency of the earth's essence through you, through the root chakra. And allow this to radiate through the root chakra and it coming through from the ages of 0 to 7. Feel into that young version of yourself and allow them to ground through as we connect you into a now moment. Into the only moment that ever exists is right now. And therefore, I can connect right through to who I was as a baby, a toddler, a young child. And allow this grounding, allow this integration of this connection to source to go right through to that little version of yourself. And as you fill that root chakra up, we're going to allow it to fill again into the sacral chakra between 7 and 14. Feeling back to those parts of your life back then. Connect yourself. Pull yourself into the now moment. The only moment that ever truly exists right now. Bring in love. Bring in that connection to the earth, the gratitude. Pull this up to the solar plex. Where did you feel like you lost your power between the ages of 14 and 21? It's a real struggle of stepping into your power that age and being told that you're too young, or there's teachers, there's parents stopping you from doing certain things. Allow that teenage version of yourself to feel empowered. Fill the solar plex up. This is why the teenagers strive for independence. They strive to feel some power within themselves because this is the stage where the solar plex is developing. And forgive, if we need to forgive the parents now, because there's a few memories coming up through. Forgiving the parents for not understanding, for still maybe wanting to control you. And as we know, there's no way you can control a teenager. They just do whatever they want to do. And in a way, that's what that solar plex development is. They're finding themselves. They're finding their leadership, where they can stand in their own power, in their own body, in this world. And in that process, yes, they will make mistakes, but it's all part of the learning. Every experience creates a greater expansion. So as you allow yourself to even giggle, laugh about who you were in those teenage years, pull it into the now. That power struggle with parents, just forgive them, let them go. I forgive you. And again, they're going off society, how society, you should be a certain person and behave a certain way and do a certain thing. But we're individuals. Our power is crushed a lot from when we were younger. Allow your solar plex to fill up into the present moment, connected to the earth, connected to source. That individual recognition of who you are. And we're going to allow now, because it does create that individuality here. We're going to allow it to see and feel through and dissolve through the competition. There's a lot of sport as well, which is you versus someone else, which is still quite good. But in a way, it's kind of like, is this helping me grow? Is this helping me get stronger? Or is it feeding the ego? And when we can see games as fun, when we can see someone else winning as also our own joy, then everyone feels that sense of fulfillment. And that's what life is, part of the game of life. We're all part of it. We all chose to be here. And as we allow that sense of individuality to come out into team games, into teamwork, or even family units, how sometimes there's a competition with siblings, sisters, brothers, or there's a comparison. You may have been compared when you were younger. Oh, you're not as good as or as clever as this sister, this brother, or you're not as clever as this cousin or this friend. And we're going to let all that go, because their success is your success. And each and every one of us as individuals are working on our own vibration, our own essence. There is no two people the same for a reason. Even identical twins are very different in their personalities, in different ways. So allowing that, the essence of being you is divine. And as we allow that divinity to pour through now into the heart, through your 20s, from 21 to 28, and then through the throat, expressing yourself. This is really linked down through to the solar plex as well. That power. Do I have the power and self-recognition to express my gifts, my purpose in this world? And this also links into that ego that can flow. Is my voice important enough? Yes, it is. As we allow you to connect to the strength of the solar plex, pouring this up through the harmony of the heart through to the throat. And we're going to connect that solar plex stronger into the throat. Your voice in this world. Your voice around judgment, being compared to others that's come through from your childhood. Even in school, the grading system, your grades might not have matched someone else. The whole system is to make you feel that you don't add up to someone else. The whole schooling system, society system, doesn't allow you to connect to, I am an individual and my path, my purpose is an individual path and purpose. That it may not even be like the A-star student because I'm completely focused on something else. Everyone has their own unique purpose, gifts, talents, a soul essence that has came through the fabric of this universe, that has learned, that has expanded, that has evolved to higher consciousness in different realms, different places, different dimensions. And as we feel into those different dimensional layers of self, again, remembering that you are here in the present now moment, pull in any higher versions of yourself. Could even be a future version of yourself. It could be a version of yourself that has managed to master a certain way of being. And as you will in, as you invite in, as you invoke in your own essence through the dimensional fields, where am I? Where am I successful in this? And whatever it is you're trying to bring into your reality. Where am I successful? Where have I already actually even done this? Where have I mastered this? This feels like a drive within me. Where does this come from? Where's the higher aspect of myself that really wants to step into this? And as you ask those questions, you can allow now yourself to relax. Just as you relax to connect into the higher dimensional fields of the earth frequency, now relax and allow yourself to connect in to the higher dimensional fields of your own life, your own lives, your own incarnations, your spirit that has had multiple experiences in different bodies, different times, different dimensions. And as you relax, let go. Allow that melting feeling, almost like you're extremely aware and conscious, yet the body feels like it could drift off to sleep. Hyper aware, yet ultra relaxed at the same time. Allow yourself to fall into that vibration. And it does almost feel like a fall because the body melts. And as it melts, it kind of almost like burns through or melts through those different layers of frequency. Use your breath to pull yourself through. Who am I in this body? Connected to the now moment, connected to different versions of myself. Remembering that there's only the now moment. This is the only true moment that exists. So from here, you can access everywhere, everything, every experience that you ever had in your soul's existence. you can access. Relax. Allow yourself to almost grow roots, grow electrical cords into all the layers of your beings, the higher versions of yourself, the versions of yourself would have been enlightened, the master selves that had accomplished mastery over certain tasks, certain experiences. Invoke that mastery into the flesh now. Fill up your chakras with that energy frequency. Fill up your core, your spine. Allow it to overlap your bones, your flesh, your muscles, your organs. Feel that pulsation, beating of the heart, and allowing the beat of the heart, the breath, almost making your body increase its vibration so much now that it's like you're becoming almost like a fluid, like the solid matter is becoming fluid movement. And as you allow that fluid essence to keep integrating through, allowing more and more of your higher essence to pour in, more and more of the source frequency to pour around you, to allow this to integrate, almost like you're anchoring in yourself through different layers of different fields of your own self. And now allow it to start filling through into your auric field. As you invoke your higher power, your higher essence, your higher joy. Even if you're feeling into when the lifetimes when I was just so joyful, so happy, everything flowed, everything was easy and graceful. And when you can be happy and joyful for yourself, for others, as we allow this to overflow into the auric field now, when you can celebrate your own joy, celebrate other people in joy, then you become abundant in energy, in wealth, in health, in every area of your life. And as we feel and feel and feel the auric field, we're going to allow, just as you can visualize that you have lungs and lung cells, and you have kidneys and kidney cells, and each little cell is almost has its own little brain, its own little cells that go around it. So it's like its own little organism, and yet they work as a whole, as an organ. And as you feel into that knowing, that knowledge, feel into yourself now, into your flesh and your auric field as a cell, an intelligent cell, a high frequency of connecting to self, self-conscious, self-aware, self-empowered, allowing that self-mastery to pour through. And as we feel more and more into the self now, we're going to allow that field to connect outwards as you recognize everyone else. And we can even start off with this group, the group that's on this call now. How you could feel into everyone else's bubbles, all self-aware, self-empowered, self-mastery for their own journey, their own frequency, and how we can be in awe of everyone else, just as we're in awe of ourselves. That feeling of wow, that feeling of absolute awe for these people, these consciousnesses, these souls. And the more you feel into the magnificence of the group and your own essence, feel that wave of smile, that wave of recognition, that wave of gratitude as we relax and go out further into a greater group, into the group of humanity itself. Now, everyone has their own tasks, their own things they love to do. And it's like the things they love to do magnetize them to a certain role or to certain people. And that's why you get groups of people too. They have a certain frequency that works in harmonious fields together. And as you allow yourself to notice that as a kidney cell, you'd never fit into a liver cell, but you can appreciate that those liver cells, you wouldn't be alive either if it weren't for those. So you give gratitude. And you can recognize that your individual frequency will attract those of you, those that require you, that you will develop your own community, or you'll be able to fit into certain community groups, or maybe you're just happy to just be on your own essence. But in your own essence, noticing that the collective whole is like a full organism. Humanity is like the body of source itself. And we all need and require each other to thrive, to experience. When there's no cells to mirror you, when there's no cells to bounce back your emotions, bounce back your experience, it becomes really flat. It becomes really boring. But when we have each other, this is where we grow, we expand, we learn, we share knowledge, we share experiences together. And we realize that there is no competition. There is only experience. And as you allow that now, feeling into that ego self, that might even still be holding on to that individual experience, which is very valid, yet let it go. Allow the ego to recognize that it's a team. There's no competition. I'm part of a team. And when the team works together as a whole, we are healthy, we are vibrant. And humanity has felt a little bit out of balance because of this. Because when an organism is in competition with itself, fighting itself, that's when you get the cancers. That's when you get the wars. That's only when there is war within the self. When there is an emotion, when there is force that are anti-self, anti-life, then it becomes that war. And as we recognize that, we allow the ego to drop. As we recognize health and how magnificent it feels to be healthy. And in a community that is healthy, that shares, that collaborates, that builds together. That we are always meant to be different, yet work as one. And as we send this gratitude now, this love, this essence of the individual self, connected to the whole, and allow yourself to pause for a moment here. There's a lot of you that are having, or there's a few of you with that ego that's just pulling through, and it's from fear in the kidneys. is through identity in the thymus and through into the solar plex. Allow it to melt out. Breathe, soft and relax. Anywhere where your ego now, that part of you, that personality trait that can't see the team, that can't see the connection to the whole, we're going to allow that part to be loved, to be integrated, to be held with understanding and love. And breathe it out because it's quite deep through different layers. Breathe it out. Allow it to keep seeping out of the kidneys. There's nothing to be afraid of. Your abundance comes when you recognize and can be happy for someone else's wealth, someone else's success. Let go of the fear of competition through the kidneys. It's just something learned by the collective, by the programming, by childhood. Let it go. Bring in that self-love into the kidneys, that feeling of teamwork, that feeling as a team, how much you can create and grow. How a team can achieve so much more. You can't build a house on your own. You can't build a community on your own. Even to experience life on your own is pretty dull. Feel into that connection is so beautiful. And give that gratitude out. I'm so grateful for everyone else. I'm so grateful for all the other people who work within the field that I also work in, that share this same work. And you can all have different jobs, different tasks, but feel into that. I'm so grateful for all the people that do similar work to what I do. Thank you so much. And that feeling of wishing them well, wishing them success, wishing them harmony. And as you create that feeling of wishing success upon those within your field of work, feel into how much joy comes into your own essence, how much vibrational acceptance comes into the self, how much the walls drop down, and now you're allowing more energy to enter your own business, your own modality, your own flow, whatever you're doing. Gifting that success out and take a deep, nice, big breath. And then allow the breath out to let go of the resistance. And again, allow another big breath of gratitude. Gratitude for yourself. Gratitude for all those that work in your field. And allow it to wash out. And any resistance to that to leave you. We're going to do another big, deep breath. Breathing in the gratitude. And then allowing any of the resistance that's been learned through personality, through old experiences, through that lack mentality to fall out. Letting it melt out of you with that out breath. And your vibration will have shifted. And notice as you give that gratitude to the others in your field, in different jobs that are similar to your own, how more and more joy flows into you, how more and more connection comes to you, how maybe there can be a collaboration with your work. There can be a greater whole, a greater learning together. And as your vibrations increase and increase and increase now, as you connect through, allowing that ego self to melt away. As there is no competition, there's only connection. There's only gifting out that well-wishing, that joy to all those who do similar work to you and the entire collective. Knowing that you all have your own unique frequency. Breathe. We're going to supercharge this flow from the source, from the earth, from the ethers, from your own soul. Supercharge this is almost like you're creating a big bubble, a force field of light around you. Using the breath to charge that chi, charge your body. Integrate this frequency into your cells. Like you're anchoring it in deep and deep and deep into the nucleus of cells, into the membrane, into the fabric, into the deeper essence of your body. And expand it out. Like you've dropped yourself into the waters of collective consciousness and allowing that ripple to ripple out. And then breathe yourself back. And allow yourself just to pause for a moment. And take a nice breath when you're ready. Drawing yourself back into the body, to the feeling to the hands, the feet. A nice breath to open the eyes. Do need to leave now.